Hello, amigos y amigas. ¿Cómo están? I'm pretty upset right now. I've got to talk about Chivas for a while. Um, Obviously, last episode we got off into a really good start. Obviously, we had a really good season so far. Beat Tigres, beat Santos Laguna in the last episode that we discussed. Um, so going into the next three games, which was Puebla and Club America. Puebla, we always seem to struggle with. I'm not quite sure what it is. It seems to be our bogey team. They got a cheeky 1-0 win. We dominated possession, dominated the chances, but we just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. And yeah, it was frustrating. Actually, it was really a really frustrating game. You think on the face of it, you know what? Um, we had a draw against Pachuca, but we've only had one other. I think one other loss. So it's like, okay, 1-0 against Puebla, like it happens. It's something that we have to work on. Obviously, our attackers need work. And obviously, Vega coming back as well helps. I saw online people saying that Vega might not shouldn't get back into the team because like attackers are doing well. Well, most of our goals are coming from midfield. Like Pocho's scoring most of our goals. I think he's our top scorer. Both Cisneros have a handful of goals each, I guess. Um, uh, I don't know. Our new striker Daniel, fucking like I think he's got one goal. Like our attacking needs work. Alvarado, I think he's got a couple of assists, and that's it. Like attacking, our front three needs work, in my opinion. And yeah, I just want to see Vega back and up and running, and as our main player again. Um, I don't really want to talk too much about Puebla. I think it was just a boring 1-0 loss. One of those annoying games that happens, but you just think, like, we dominate a game and we still lose. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. I just don't want to. It's just too annoying. I don't really want to talk about the Club America game either, to be honest with you, but it has more depth to it. Um, More to talk about, I guess. So going into this game, obviously, we're having a really good run of form. I think we're in third position at the time. America were having a bit of a dip. They lost a couple of games. Um, it felt like a good time to play America, to be honest with you, especially at home, especially at the Aquan. It felt like the first time in a long time where we actually had a real chance, uh, based on this league, based on this season. Um, like I said, Club America we were above them at the time. Um, we were doing quite well. We'd only dropped a couple of points all season. New manager was doing brilliantly. Our players were doing brilliantly, and it felt really, really good. And then America come along and just explode it all. Now, before I get into this massive one, I do want to point out it's just one game. It's a game that you never want to lose. It's Club America, for God's sake. But at the same time, it's just one game. We have what was it, 5 games left. One of them being the Tapatio next week, which I'll talk about later. Um, so we're good. The Liga wise, I think we pretty much secured that. It's just how we bounce back from this last game. We ended up losing 4-2 to Club America. I'm sure everyone knows by now. Let's get straight into it. Obviously, I think we were 3-0 down in the first half. Yeah, 3-0 down in the first half. God knows what went wrong in this game. They had 21 shots, but only 3 on target. How crap is that? It's weird. They scored 4 goals and they only had 3 goals shots on target. It's crazy. Um, it doesn't make sense. I know we had 3 shots on target. They had 7. I'm reading the wrong way. That's funny. Um, yeah, so it is what it is. We had 21. They had 18. They had 7 on target with 3. They had more position, which is diabolical when when they're the away team. More passes, more accuracy. We had more fouls because we just couldn't handle them. Red card, and obviously, so good. I don't want to try not to go on the massive rant because I can. I want to, but um, you know, kudos to Club America. They came out and did what they needed to do. I think this is just a wake up call. I think me included, we were all getting caught up in like, wow, Chivas are doing really well this season. They could, maybe even be in for a chance of the title. And We dispatched Tigres quite easily. We absolutely dominated Santos Laguna. Um, and we drew against Pachuca, who Pachuca are doing really well this season. Well, ish. Um, so Club America did what they needed to do. Obviously it looked like they wanted to win the game more than we did. Um, it felt very reminiscent of a team that were just in shock from the first like 5 or 6 minutes, and they just never really recovered. We had won a little bit of a fight back. We ended up getting 2 goals back because I think it was 4-0 at one point. 4-0 at home against Club America is atrocious. It's like you can't imagine much worse. Um, so they played really well. We didn't, and I think that's mainly because there was still work to be done. It's not a case of Pavlovich coming in and everything's brilliant now. Everything's great. Like we do have deficiencies. Our goalkeeper. I mean, I've been up and down on Jimenez. Um, at first, I felt like we should have kept Godinho and got rid of Jimenez. Um, Jimenez is an enigma. Like he'll pull off 2 to 3 really really good saves in a game, and then just inexplicably fumble one in, and it happens all the time. And I'm not confident in him, in my opinion. We absolutely need a good goalkeeper, and there's talk of Jesus Corona, and I'm like, hell no! Like, I think we could do better than a 42-year-old goalkeeper. Thanks. I'd rather stick with Jimenez. Jimenez, people talk about Jimenez sometimes as if he's 23, 24, but he's not. I think he's in his 30s now. Like, he's way older than I thought he was. Um, I've tweeted a couple of times, tongue in cheek about him being involved in the Mexican national team. Um, but he's not good enough, and the defense as well. I mean, I like both our fullbacks. I love Mozo and Calderon. Chicote, I love them both. They're my hands down. Maybe the centre backs need upgrading. Um, I still think our midfield needs upgrading. I'd love to have Poncho Gonzalez. If we can get Poncho Gonzalez in this team, that would springboard us up the table, in my opinion. But like I said, I think our attack needs the most work. Obviously, I think we'll keep Alvarado no matter what. Both Cisneros is, people might complain about it, but I'm alright if they go, if they get sold. If we bring someone else in. But it's a question like, who do you bring in? Because any attackers that Chivas would want, would be expensive. There's stupid talk about Marcelo Flores coming in, either on loan or buy. I mean, he's not going to want to come to Liga Max permanently. Um, like hands down, he wants to get into this Arsenal team next season. He wants to play for Arsenal, and he's not going to do that by playing for Chivas. I mean, maybe he plays Chivas on loan next year. Um, very very doubt. Like it's not going to happen. Um, maybe get Efrain Alvarez in from LA Galaxy. Maybe just give. I think for me, Efrain Alvarez walks into our attack. In my opinion, um, I think he's got what it takes as well. But whether he'd want to or not, it's just like I don't know. He needs to be like Paunovic needs to be backed in the summer. He needs to be back. This summer is imperative. Um, you know, we could bounce back, get a decent win against Atlas. Then we've got Necaxa, Leon, Cruz Azul, Mazatlan. All of them on paper are winnable this season. Um, but we could lose them all as well. In my opinion, like we're in a transition process right now at the very beginning of it, and I think for me so far this season we've been overachieving. Um, Brilliantly, and it's been amazing. I've enjoyed every single second of it, apart from the Club America result. But we have been overachieving. There's almost like a false sense of, oh, everything's done, everything's sorted. Panovic's come in and he's fixed everything. Well, no, there are things in this team that needs to be fixed. And for me, the start of that is attack. I'd keep Alvarado. I'd keep Vega. Bring in a proper striker Like, Jesus, just get a striker in because we don't have a striker. Macias looks like he's out for the. I mean, he's out for the rest of the season for sure. But how much of that gets into the the summer, into the beginning of next season, because he's out for a long time. He's seriously injured. He tweeted out, he posted I think on his Instagram yesterday, basically thanking everyone for their thoughts and prayers, and that he's just had I think he's just had another surgery. Like, I feel for the guy, man, because we absolutely needed him. Like, prime Macias with Pocho and Vega would be an absolute dream, and it's just we were crying out for him, and he was on the cusp of coming back, and he's out again for months on end. I feel sorry for him. We need him, like, there's no doubt about it. But we need a striker, and we need a striker as soon as. And I don't want to. I want to have a decent enough striker in so that Macias is eased back. He's not rushed back. He's not forced back. He can come back as and when, and then he can compete with whoever we have. Um, but yeah, like the Club America result, it sucks, and they're bragging rights, and they've been trolling us all week, which is fair enough. Um, it's just disappointing. Like, this was the one time where I thought, wow, we actually, like, Classico is a Classico. Form goes slightly out the window. Um, anything can happen. It's almost like a leg year game in a sense for me, personally. But this is the one time. This is the one time when you look at our season, how our season's been going up to that point, and how their season was going up to that point. You think this is the first time in a long time that we have on paper a genuine chance to win this game. And if we had won this game, it would have been epic. I think it would have clocked us into the. I think we would have overtaken Tigres into the second spot. Um, and it would have really signalled, like, okay, Chivas are back. We mean business. We deserve to be in the title fight. Now, it's not just losing 4-2, it's the way we lost it. Like, being 4-0 down, and then needing an own goal, and then needing another goal. And then Pocho Guzman, who I love. Like, Pocho Guzman is my favourite player right now. He's one of my favourite players ever at the moment, out of both Arsenal and Chivas. Um, he's so good. He's been such an impact on this team. Like, for me, it's Paunovic, but it's also Pocho. I think Pocho on the field has been doing brilliantly. But he talked himself into a very, very stupid red card. It's kind of like the Pocho world where he's a bit impetuous and a bit volatile. Like, I generally thought he'd outgrown it by now. Um, just completely unnecessary. It came out what he said to the ref yesterday, I think it was. Um, just unnecessary, man. It's just unnecessary. I know he was frustrated. He was probably embarrassed as fuck, and we all say stupid stuff when we're humiliated or embarrassed, whatever. But so stupid, so stupid. There's gonna be a loss now for the Atlas game. I'm pretty sure he's only got a one-game ban, so he misses the Atlas game, which we really needed him for because it's also away. And it's our bounce back game. Atlas have been trash all season. They're doing well in the CONCACAF Champions League, which is hilarious. But they've been trash. And with him, I think we could have quite easily won this game. But without him, I think it's going to be, unless Vega steps up, the rest of the team needs to step up, take a really good hard look at themselves. And they absolutely cannot lose to Club America and Atlas in the space of a week. Can't do it. Like, it'd be unforgivable. And if we do lose this game against Atlas, then for me, like, even if we do get Ligia, we don't deserve the title because these are the two teams in the whole league where we should be winning. We deserve that we win. The fans deserve it. But beyond that, he'll be back for the Necaxa game at home. Bounce back then, and then hopefully get a win against Leon away. And then we've got Cruz Azul at home. On paper, that's winnable. They've had a trash season so far. And then Mazatlan at home, you have to win that game. But for me, Mazatlan at home's like Puebla game. I could see us losing that game in a stupid way. But at the moment, like, overall, we're still having a good season. I don't even know what the table is when I have a look at the table. Knocked us all the way down to 7th, bro. Sucks, man. Club America second now. Sucks, but it is what it is. They're only 2 points ahead of us. They've had a bit of a wibbly wobbly season. So of us, I mean, they have lost one game, but they've drawn so many. They have dropped a decent amount of points. Our goal difference, man. Like we're only 2 points behind them, but Toluca, who are in third one now, have what 11 points? No, 9 points more. 9 goals more goal difference. Like we need to start scoring more goals. But anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble on too much. It's been 15 minutes, but overall we're having a decent season. Seventh place is a bit low in my opinion. Um, but we move on. I just want to see where Atlas are in the league right now. Atlas are 12th. Yeah, yeah, 12 points. Holy crap, we've almost got double points. Yeah, we should be winning that, but without Pocho, it's gonna be um, questionable. But anyway, it is what it is right now. The Club America loss and the Puebla loss as well. Both of those losses have hit us hard. Um, but it's all about the bounce back. If we can bounce back and win against Atlas, and then win the last four games, then for me, if we finish in the top four, then we deserve to be in the title fight and talked about as if we're in the title fight. If we finish below fourth, I think Legia is cool. See how far we can get, but like I probably won't be talking too much about winning the league. But um, yeah, it's a bit of a double whammy. It's a bit of a sad episode, but hopefully we can pick it up and we're having a decent season. Like compared to the last couple 3 years, we're having a very decent season. Apart from the time we got to the semi-final, I think it was a couple of years back. Apart from that, this is the best season in a while, and it's the first time for a while that we've had a real good, the feel good feeling back at back at Chivas, and yeah, the Club America loss in particular has hit that, but it is what it is. So yeah, anyway, when is this game? I think it'll be Sunday the 2nd my time. Um, about 12 hours after the Arsenal game, which is awesome. So yeah, I've got that day off, so I'll do a video that afternoon, talk about the Atlas game, and we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Pacho Guzman was a bit of an idiot? Do you think he got a bit screwed over by the ref? Um, do you have any explanations why we went 4-0 down? Because I don't. Um, anyway, guys, I'll leave it for now, and we'll talk about it next week. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Adios.